Okay, making task boxes at home. In the interest of not going out of the house, given what's going on, I walked around the house and picked up some different things that I felt could be turned into task boxes and made a huge mess on my floor with all the different things that I could find. The first thing with a task box is you need to have a container. Doesn't have to be a nice plastic one like this. I, being a teacher, have a bunch of those lying around. It can be an empty box, a plastic bowl, any basket you have lying around, old gift bags, styrofoam cups, or small plastic cups. Often at school we use Ziploc bags. I don't happen to have any right at home that aren't actually being used right now because that's just the way things are going. But you can see there's a lot of these around. Then the other thing is to collect other materials, and that's really going to depend on what you're making. Since so many of the kids have some fine motor issues, one of the things I did is I just went into the kitchen and I grabbed some tongs. So this pair is just one kind of tong. This would be bigger for larger objects since it has those holes at the end. This is another set of tongs just from the kitchen. For students with small motor problems, I would suggest holding it further down rather than how you're really supposed to use it by holding it at the end. I also found this chip clip that was in there. This, for some students with fine motor problems, this might be a little hard because you have to open and close it. It's actually a good physical therapy activity. I know because I've had a physical therapist have me do it. But for some kids, it might be a little too hard, but it's good for picking up things. So one activity, very simple activity, could be simply taking a bowl and having your child pick up something like a Q-tip and put it in a container. Okay. I happen to have cotton balls lying around. That's another great thing. This can be scooped with a spoon or with tongs. You simply grab, you can see I'm holding it kind of further down, grab the cotton ball and put it in a container. This could even be done with the chip clip. It can work with the cotton swabs. It's a little tricky, and I'm doing this left-handed because it does make it tricky, and it'll work with the cotton balls. Again, with the cotton balls, they have to squeeze it a little harder, and they have to kind of knock it off. Since we're going through a lot of bottled water, I happen to have a whole bunch of different lids. That's another great activity for using the tongs with. I'm going to try it with the bigger tongs, where they go into one container or onto the counter. Pick it up. Oops. And then take it and put it into a container. You could also use these by simply taking a piece of paper or an old manila folder, which I have a lot lying around, you know, that whole teacher thing, making simple circles onto it, however many you want them to practice with, and then they can pick up the object, the lid, whatever, and put it onto that drawing, onto the paper. Okay. I would recommend it on a flat surface. I'm trying to do this on my living room floor, so it's a little trickier. I talked with some of you about packaging items. Okay? And you can make this as easy or as challenging as you want. I happen to have, because, you know, I'm a teacher, so I have a lot of things lying around. I have pencils, I have pens and rulers, I have glue sticks, That's my whole basket of supplies there. So that's another thing you can do is take a picture. Pictures do work best. And maybe just have them take a pencil and a pen, put them together, and then put them into a bag or other container. Very simple, but it is getting used to packaging items. You can also do this with smaller items. I happen to have some little gold coins from I don't even know where these were from, laying around, and some little plastic, I think these are floral things, little gems and little objects. They could practice putting these together. Okay, or sorting by color. It doesn't have to be anything you go out and get. You can just find things at home. If you happen to have glitter glue at home, or glue and glitter, there's a 12-year-old in my house, so we have a lot of both glue and glitter laying around. You can take either a piece of paper or a piece of old file folder and make glitter glue numbers and letters. So these are some that I had made previously, where I just cut out some squares and traced first with a pencil and then with the glitter glue different letters so that the students can see them. You can have them put them in ABC order. You can just do the letters in their name and have them match them up. So that's just some other ideas for activities.